Welcome to the Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide sports, and I'm joined once again by the head coach of the Alabama women's tennis team, Jenny Mainz. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Chris.
Coach, last week we talked about how feisty Texas Tech was going to be, and boy, they were, weren't they?
They sure were. I think they're the most tenacious team that we've played to this point this season. We knew that. They threw everything at us, and we were well prepared, but they're feisty, they're gritty, they compete really well.
You came away with a 4-3 win over number 21 Texas Tech. Can you talk about the matchup? And you had to scratch, fight, and claw for everything you got, but you did come away with a victory.
We did. You know, I think it's a testament to the character of our team, just the way they're competing week in and week out. You know, I still don't necessarily feel like we're playing our best tennis, which is not a bad thing. Right. I always tell the team we don't want to be playing our best tennis in February, but I just think that our backs have been against the wall so many times this season, just in different situations, whether it be losing the doubles point, being down in sets and finding our way back into them, and even in some situations being down by a huge deficit and just kind of, like you said, clawing your way back in. But you know, the character of this team has just been, it's been tested, but it continually is building, and we certainly like what we're seeing. I think we're winning matches because of the tenacity and grit of our team. And I told our team before we played Texas Tech, or after we lost the doubles point, I said, they'll match that, you know, but I like our response. We continually have been responding in a positive manner, and I think that's encouraging.
Coach, as you said, you know, you've been down in certain instances and came back. Two of those instances this weekend was Maya Jansen and Emily Zaber were down 5-3 in their second sets, came back to win 7-5. How big is that? But also, how big is that for them, for their confidence?
Well, it's huge in both aspects. You know, to win 4 consecutive games at the end of a set like that, and especially to finish, to be able then to finish, it's a boost in the arm for them personally, you know, individually on their respective courts, but collectively as a team, it's a shot in the arm, because, you know, anytime you're getting that momentum and that energy, it's contagious. It spreads to the courts next to you. And, you know, I believe that one of the huge strengths of our team is that we've been playing together all year. And I was at the opposite end of Emily Zaber and Maya Jansen, but I could hear them, I could feel them, the intensity, the energy, and their body language. I mean, I could hear Maya Jansen yelling. I knew that she was staging her comeback because I could hear her. Emily Zaber, same. So we're getting a lot of help from them, and I think that they keep playing a little bit better. You know, I told Zaber she kind of had a rough start in the doubles and then just absolutely moved past it, got a jump start in the singles. After losing the doubles point, we won 5 first sets. And really, Toni Fusa lost her first set 6-4 and should not have. She knows it, and she responded well and had an answer. But, I mean, what an answer, you know, to be able to bounce back like that. So we're getting help from a lot of places.
Well, Coach, in last weekend's rankings, you moved up from 9th to 8th. I know it's early, and rankings don't really mean anything right now, but what it does say is it says the respect that people have for this program and where you're at as a team. Right now, what do you think maybe some things are that you're doing well and some things that you want to see maybe that you can get better at going forward? Well,
you know, you always have a lot to work forward on, and that's the fun of it all, the process, the journey. You know, you never arrive, you know. I think Terry Bradshaw said one time after winning Super Bowls and being named MVP, he goes, you know, when do you get there, you know? And that's just it. You don't. You just keep working, and that's the fun. And that's where I think we are as a team, is that we are playing good tennis, and we're playing with a lot of conviction, a lot of authority, but we've got a long way to go. And I think the fact that we're pulling out some of these really, really tough battles, and we're doing it the hard way, you know, we're no doubt. But but I think the fact that we're finding ways to do it is a testament to you know, just their commitment, their belief in themselves and in the system and the team. But you asked what the strengths are. We play together. We have tremendous spirit. We have tremendous enthusiasm and energy. You know, if we're struggling at the top, the bottom of the lineup helps out. If we're struggling at the bottom, the top helps out. Everybody understands their role. They're all playing it well. I mean, we're really yet to fire from all cylinders on the same day. But when I say that, I'm not saying we're not playing well, but I think our best tennis is still in front of us. But we've got a lot to work on. We're going to work today. I emailed the team on Saturday and said, get ready to work. We've got a lot to do. Let's set the tone before the SEC weekend. We've got to figure the doubles out, obviously, but that'll happen. You know, we got to have some fun with it.
Right.
You know, we got to get that energy and that spirit back in the doubles and have some fun with it.
Well, Coach, you've gotten off to a great start this season. As you said,
Thank
you
you.
kind of start your SEC portion of your schedule this weekend as you travel to Oxford on Friday at 3 p.m. to take on the Ole Miss Rebels, and then on Sunday in Starkville at 1 p.m. How do you feel like you face up against those two?
Well, they're always tough. You know, SEC West opponents, we always have dogfights with these guys, and they both have good teams. They both compete well. Ole Miss and Alabama have had quite a rivalry, I'd say, in the last, 6 to 8 years. We've both been at the top of the SEC West, so I think we're prepared for battles from both teams, and especially because it's a first weekend of the SEC, so everyone's maybe a little fresher, open-minded. Nothing's happened yet. Everybody's 0-0, and then the fact too that we're going to play them at their place. But we're road warriors, so we'll be ready.
Well, Coach, there's a lot going on this weekend here in Tuscaloosa, but if some Alabama and tennis fans want to see some great action, they can come out to Ole Miss and Oxford on Friday night, or Friday at 3 p.m., and then again in Starkville on Sunday at 1. So if you're in that area and you can't make it to Tuscaloosa, you can see some great tennis there.
That's right. It's exciting.
Well, Coach, good luck this weekend. I know you have some exciting tennis ahead of you, so we appreciate you coming on.
Sure. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. For head coach Jenny Mainz, I'm Chris Fringland. That's it for this edition of the Crimson Tide Connection.